Hey guys, it's Diana, Rainbow Moon Healing here. I'm getting back to you guys about some suggestions for some Reiki books to read to prepare yourself for Reiki attunement if you wish to have one, or just basically to understand it a little bit better. The first book, it was suggested to me to read before I even had my first attunement. And I suggested to I make it mandatory reading for my students. It goes over the principles of Reiki and the effects of the Reiki treatments and the attunement process and how, everything that happens, so to speak. And so it is called Empowerment Through Reiki, and it's by Paula Horan, Horan. I'll bring it a little closer so you can see it. There we go. See? Very pretty book. The Path to Personal and Global Transformations by Lotus Light Publications. Okay. The second book is called Reiki and Other Ways of Touch Healing. This is by Kathleen Milner. And I'm trying to center the book. There you go. Kind of. There you go. Kathleen Milner. And it's got a very nice cover. She's also an artist too, so I think she also drew the cover. This goes over, other things as well. And, her Reiki path and the other rays of healing and the light, the color rays of healing and such on and so forth. So it's actually very cool. It talks about animals and psychic abilities and their healing and symbols and their use, which is the Reiki symbols. Color and healing and things of that nature. So, this is very informative as well. I don't know why. It's been quite a while since I picked up this book. So, oh yeah, that's why. All right, I'm trying to figure out why I had these little red marks in there, but now I remember. Okay. And the third book that I have is called The Power of Reiki, an Ancient Hands-on Healing Technique by Tanmaya, Honervogt. I can't pronounce it because it's either German or Swedish or something like that, but that's what it's called. And this is her book, The Power of Reiki, which I would suggest that it goes into a little bit about the meaning of Reiki, the history, and it talks about the degrees, first, second, third, such on and so forth, and treatments, how you can use Reiki in your daily life, and such on and so forth. But what I love about this book is the other books are black and white. Okay, this has some great color stuff to it. Okay, Reiki in daily life, and we've got some healing positions here that actually shows you, and people that I know just love this book because it's a great use the healing positions for the front of your body and the back of your body and things like that. And I'm not doing this justice, and it's just so informational, and you can explain to someone how to do something or how to place the hands, but unless you see it, and this is a great companion to any, to your first Reiki attunement, and you'll use it after that, and through your other, Reiki sessions. So, other things too, and this is not a Reiki book. This is called Journey Home. It's a Kryon parable. Okay, it's the story of Michael Thomas and the Seven Angels. It's by Kryon, not Crayon, Kryon, and not the spray paint. Okay, Kryon is actually the Earth's magnetic grid, and or the Earth's aura, if you will. And this is channeled through a man by the name of Carroll. You can go online anywhere and search out Kryon, Kryon, or Lee Carroll, Leeccarroll, and you will be able to find information all over the place. This is parable, but this is an awesome spiritual book. Whether you're Wiccan, whether you are Christian, whether you are pagan, whether you are all of the above, none of the above. And I just think it's a great book, and you will read over and over. And this is one of these books that you will want to read straight through because you're like anxious to find out what happens next. But this book is made for you to, like the Bible, it's written in parable. And you want to look at this book, read this book and kind of think about it a little bit. And the first time you read the book, and this is what happened to me, I'm sorry, I'm getting, need to push myself in the chair here. This is, when I first read this book, I read 3/4 of it in a night, or in a day and night. And I finished it the next day, only because I wanted to know what happened. Okay. And I didn't get the spiritual message because I was trying to read it so quickly. There's way too much light here. Like a vampire. Okay, there we go. And what I wanted to do with this was I had to write it a second time. I'm sorry, I had to read it a second time and to get it, to actually really get it. And, and each time you reread this book, and you will read it more than once, okay? I guarantee you. You will find something in it that you didn't find before. And you will find out that, hey, oh, yeah, that didn't make sense to me the first 3 times I read it, but now it makes sense. That kind of thing. So it's called The Journey Home. It's a Kryon parable, the story of Michael Thomas and the 7 angels. And these aren't archangels like, Michael and Raphael and such on and so forth. These are different. These are angels, not archangels. And it's different. It's very different. And it's by Kryon, Kryon, and it's channeled by Lee Carroll. So you can find this out on the web. This is an awesome, 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 awesome book. Okay. Another one, pardon me, is by Dan Millman. Dan Millman has put out a few books, I believe. This one is called The Laws of Spirit. Simple, powerful truths for making life work. He's the guy, Dan Millman is the guy that I had written The Way of a Peaceful Warrior, and, the Peaceful Warrior type of spiritual book series, which I believe it was made into a movie with Nick Nolte. So the movie doesn't do the book justice, but it gets the point across. So there are the laws of spirit, the law of balance, the law of choices, the law of process, the law of presence, the law of compassion, the law of faith, the law of expectation, the law of integrity, the law of action, not log, sorry, the law of action, the law of cycles, the law of surrender, the law of unity. And this is an awesome book. It really, truly is. I don't know how much it was. I really, truly don't. This book, oh, $14. This book itself that I had in my hand was a copy given to me from my sister as part of a birthday gift just before my first Reiki attunement. So this is also a good spiritual book too. For those of you, into the law of attraction type of thing. This is one of these books that you go, when you're reading it, you go, yeah, I know, but do you practice it? And that's what the issue is here. And it's awesome. I just can't say anything else about that. So those are my books. The first 3 were Reiki books, and the second 2 were spiritual books. And there are other books that I have. I have a whole list of sitting in front of me here of books. Some of which came from my Reiki master teacher. Majority of them I do own, and there's a couple of them that I don't, either because I can't find it or I am uninterested in it for some reason or another. But I think I have a majority of them too. But anyway, so that is it for the Reiki suggestions. And there's a bunch of Reiki books out there. There's Reiki books on animal healing and and all that kind of stuff. And that's perfectly fine. But these are the books that these are the books that I recommend. This one is mandatory for my students. This one is mandatory for my students. Okay. And this one is, well, you can if you want to, but it basically kind of covers the same information as the empowerment through Reiki, but there are some additional things in there. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. You may not want to spend them. It's not required reading for your Reiki attunement, such as this one is, but you can purchase it if you want to, type of thing. So anyway, and the other 2 are spiritual books. I have lots more books. I have, maybe next time I'll get into some Reiki CDs, which I have a bunch. Anything that's got Reiki in the title, I snatch up. So that was a lot of talking. So that's it for now, and I will see you next time with some either more books or some CD suggestions. Okay, so we'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye bye now.